Right, guys, here is a look at lesson 4. Is that correct? Yes, lesson 4. We are breaking this into 2 days, so we will start it today, Thursday, November 12th, continuing this tomorrow. And our opening for this lesson, in the previous lesson, you analyzed Captain Pratt's perspective and excerpts of his speech. In this lesson, you will read another historical text, The Land of Red Apples by Zicala Shaw, multiple times, and you will analyze how she conveys her perspective. The learning targets for today and tomorrow, I can paraphrase the key ideas and demonstrate understanding of the perspective being conveyed in Zicala Shaw's text. I can analyze Zicala Shaw's point of view and how it is conveyed in the text. I can determine the meaning of figurative and connotative language as it is used in the text. The entrance ticket for today, they wanted us to reread the Captain Pratt speech excerpt, and then the task is to write a sentence that captures the central idea of the speech. So what is the point that the author wants you to take away? And we discussed how Captain Pratt supported the boarding schools. He thought that taking the Indian out of the man, taking the culture, language away from them was going to help them, meaning helping the white men in getting their land. We then are getting into our text for today and tomorrow, Land of the Red Apples, which is a chapter from Zicala Shaw's memoir. We talked about how a memoir is an informational text. It is autobiographical. It is nonfiction. So it's Zicala Shaw's her account of her experiences at the Indian boarding school. So we are definitely going to get her opinion in there because they are her experiences from her point of view. And a memoir is when it's based on a finite period of time or experience for someone versus an autobiography being more all-encompassing. Before we got into that, I shared the first half of this video that I found called, hold on, what's the title of this? Because I think it's a great video to watch on PBS, and it is called Trailblazing Women, no, Unladylike. There it is, Unladylike. So I would encourage you to go find it. We watched the first 7 minutes in class. Obviously, I don't have time for that on this video here. We then watched this CMS video introducing the text and getting a first read of Zicala Shaw's Land of Red Apples. And then you were asked to write a response in the discussion box below answering one of these questions. What are key ideas? What point of view toward the boarding school is conveyed? What words or ideas help you determine the point of view? How does the point of view compare contrast with that of Pratt's? And how does the excerpt add to our understanding? After that, we all then came in and made a copy of the note catcher. And we are going to begin this note catcher together today, and we will continue with it tomorrow. So the note catcher looks like this. It is 4 pages long where they have numbered and labeled the different paragraphs and then the boxes of questions and what paragraph they pertain to. So today we got through the first 3 paragraphs and 2 boxes of questions. So the first 2 paragraphs, there were 8 in our party of bronze children who were going east with the missionaries. Among us were 3 young braves, 2 tall girls, and we 3 little ones, Judwin, Thowin, and I. We had been very impatient to start on our journey to the Red Apple country, which we were told lay a little beyond the great circular horizon of the western prairie. Under a sky of rosy apples, we dreamt of roaming as freely and happily as we had chased the cloud shadows on the Dakota plains. We had anticipated much pleasure from a ride on the Iron Horse, but the throngs of staring pale faces disturbed and troubled us. So we first identified the different groups that she's talked about here. We have our party of 8 bronze children, and then also young braves referring to herself and the other Indian children with her. The missionaries and pale faces referring to the whites that were bringing them into the boarding school. The narrator's point of view toward the journey and how we know at the beginning she's excited and hopeful based on words, phrases such as we dreamt of roaming freely, happily, anticipating